Hi, this is Michelle Scally-Doylney here for the IFSG International Feng Shui Guild, and I am here with LuAnn. LuAnn, if you can give us your school name, a little bit of information about your school and your program, that would be amazing.
Oh, Michelle, thank you so much. Thank you for making this time today for us to chat about Feng Shui. As you said, my name is LuAnn Cibik, and my school name is Inner Harmony. And you can find it at innerharmonyschool.com. I've been doing this amazing work both as a practitioner and as a teacher since about 2003. Sometimes that just seems like yesterday, and I
Yeah.
realize then to younger people that seems like a really long time ago. Um, and I'm located in outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, about an hour outside in the rural Allegheny Mountain kind of area. But I've been blessed through this work to really get to travel to really cool places of the world to teach and meet really wonderful people.
Oh, fantastic. And maybe you can tell us a little bit more about how your school works, how you teach, program.
Sure. I teach Interior Alignment, which is the Feng Shui school founded by Denise Linn, who is the author of Sacred Space, Feng Shui for the Soul, and a lot of other books on Feng Shui. And it's a more modern perspective. It's based on like the Three Gates school, but it really has a lot of its beauty in kind of form school feng shui, where we're really looking at the energy of the land, the nature, what is around a space, as well as the things that happen in our modern homes that didn't happen 4,000 years ago. So we include in our curriculum things like Healthy Home that looks at EMFs and chemicals. We address clutter, and our practitioners can help coach people on not just how to organize things, but really how to address the things they're holding on to, why they're holding on to them, and release them so that that stuck stagnant energy isn't in their home. We also work with the power of color, as well as astrology using a Western perspective, numerology, as well, of course, the tools of traditional feng shui, of working with the bagua, working with the five elements. So we like to say we only have one rule, and our one rule is if it feels good, it's good feng shui. But sometimes it might not feel good and you don't know what to do. So that's where we pull out the tools. The practitioners have all these tools at their disposal to help their client know what might make it feel good for them.
Fantastic. So it sounds like really individual work. People learn how to do the individual work, many
Absolutely.
levels.
Yeah,
Yeah,
our we believe that our clients actually know the answers, right? And so we have a process called synchro alignment, which is a guided journey process to allow them to really connect to their home, hear the messages that their home might have for them, even tune into like what their home might be telling them that the home needs. So we are there to assist our client create this home that truly is a home for their soul.
wonderful connection, connecting people to their home.
Hmm.
Um, we had a few questions prepared ahead of time, and one of the fun ones is, what is your favorite nugget of wisdom about feng shui? I mean, you've said a few already, I think, but
Yeah, and
mm,
gosh, there's so many of them, but I think probably for me, what it really comes down to, and so let me preface this with, I love watching HGTV shows. Like, I think probably, I don't know, everybody does, right? Maybe not everybody, but I think everybody who loves this work probably is fascinated to see how different designers and different people create homes for people and how they go about it. And I think my favorite feng shui nugget is that a home shouldn't necessarily look like something that you see in a magazine or
mhm.
see in a TV show. It should be a home that you feel like you belong in. And if you like collecting cherished teddy statues, well, then it should have cherished teddy statues in there. It
Mhm.
shouldn't be a home that is designed for somebody else or randomly a generic kind of look. So that's my feng shui nugget. Your home should look and feel like your home.
That really fits in with what you said earlier about getting a client connected to their home or their environment.
Mm-hmm.
And that allows for that personal space
Mm-hmm.
versus trying to make it look magazine ready or HGTV finished.
Mm-hmm. And there's nothing wrong with those. Like I look at those and
Right.
go, "Oh, that's pretty." But I love when that personality of the person comes through, right? And what they love. That's what makes it truly their home.
Yeah. And what I'm hearing us say is that the finished products we see in magazines and HTV may work for some people, but
Mm-hmm.
not everybody. And it's what works for you. And that's a big part of your program.
Exactly.
Can you tell me a little bit about the format of your program?
Sure. Um, the instinctive feng shui program that I offer, we have two different ways that we can offer. Well, yeah, three. No, three. I'm counting. Yeah, no, there's three. One way is a complete in person course where the person would come to the teacher for 7 days and um, in the class, you're there, you're in person, you're doing this class for 7 days. And all the things that I talked about are a part of the curriculum, and there's probably more in there that I didn't talk about. But if you're curious, you can go to my website, Inner Harmony School, and look at the curriculum and see all of the different items that we cover. Um, and I guess a big piece of that I didn't talk about is not just the information, but how to apply it, how to be a practitioner, right? We can all read a lot of feng shui books, but then how do you do that with somebody? What's the way to go about it? How to choose the most important recommendations and coach people through it. So part of our training in person is that they will have a live feng shui client from wherever I'm at. When I've taught in Sedona, we had one there. When I teach it here in my home in Leechburg, it's somebody local. And so you learn how to go, how to ask the questions with the client, how to observe their space, and then how to craft your recommendations and go back and present them. And I feel that's a really important piece if somebody wants to be a professional practitioner, because you can know a lot of information, and if you haven't dipped your toes in to actually do it and be there with a person in their home and talk about these things, it can be scary to just do it on your own. So that's why I love having it be a part of our curriculum. Then the other two ways that it's offered is there's one that's kind of a hybrid. There's 10 weeks of an hour-long weekly class that introduces the topics, and it's a live class, and that people then use that topic. They have a homework assignment to do on their own home and take a look at, you know, how do you lay the bagua out on your home? What are the colors in your home? What's the numerology? So they step through it with their home. They work with classmates as a part of their practice. And then they actually come here for 4 days um, to do the on-site piece, to work with the client on in person, and really take it. A lot of times it's once you've had time to marinate on it a while, sometimes the questions get deeper, and so it's really a deeper experience. And then the third way is a complete all online course where we meet weekly for 6 hours and then for 8 weeks, and it's a live class, and you have the same kind of homework, you're learning the same information, and then we have a little bit of a break, like a 3 or 4 week long break, and then during that break is when you have your own live client, and I'm there, right, virtually, right? You meet with your client, but then we get together um, after that where you can talk through what you saw, what you want to share with them, and we talk about what approach you want to might take. And then when we get back together for the last class, it's graduation, business practices, all of those kinds of things. So those are the three ways. There's an all on site, there's a hybrid program, and then there's the all online.
Fantastic. Something for everyone's preference
Something for
and
everyone.
availability.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and another fun one, words of wisdom to your younger self.
You know, I think if I was going to give some words of wisdom to my younger self, it would be every experience you have is something you're learning from and something you'll use in the future. And so many times we think, oh, maybe we'd go back and tell ourselves, well, don't do that, don't marry that person, don't don't choose that path. But being here now, I can say that even those things that seemed like way big mistakes, there was a learning, there was a value, and when I look at it now, some of those things that I might have looked at as big mistakes are things that my clients are also experiencing. And so it gives me that depth of understanding of I I can understand somewhat what you're going through, and it really allows me maybe to be more compassionate and understanding and help people at a deeper level.
Thank you. I think we all could benefit from looking in our past with compassion and acceptance.
Mm-hmm.
And just like you said, that's something that is a learning experience. And I've heard others say the same too. Whatever experiences we've had, it opens us up to what our clients might be going through.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. Any other final things that you'd like to talk about, your school or yourself or your program before we wrap up?
No, other than I have really appreciated being a part of the Guild for so very many years. I think what the Guild does is amazing for our profession. And I'm just so appreciative to have this opportunity to chat with you about what I'm doing right now.
Oh, fantastic. I feel the same about this organization and thank you for being out there and doing what you do and teaching.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Luann. All right.